you click this video because you know that your truth is hidden somewhere under the layers of noise and expectations of the external world, and you are craving to find it. Let me share with you a few simple ways how to do that. And if you already feel experienced in this area, you're listening to your intuition, you know where your life is heading, then start watching from chapter 3, or let's get right into it. So as a first step, and in order for you to live fully, I need you to stop bullying yourself. And what do I mean by that? Likely, you've built your life around systems. You are protecting yourself and your ego from what is perceived as failure in the outer world, and no one can blame you, because this society praises you if you are doing. But if your happiness is solely dependent on another accomplishment, and your soul is crying in the backseat telling you that this is not the success she likes for you, and you feel guilty while resting, or you feel unfulfilled when doing nothing, then likely there's time to make a change. And you know what? At this point, you can only start to observe. So as I said, stop bullying yourself in the external world. Stop doing something just because it's expected from you. And ask yourself, is the thing I'm doing bringing me closer to live fully? Or is the way I'm living bringing me joy? These are the questions you need to ask in the areas of your life that you are doubting. Because if you are signing off another success, but you feel depleted and there's zero joy, you are slowly killing yourself. So before turning inward and changing anything about yourself, reconcile your external world. And only after that, let's move on to the next step. And here I have to ask you to stop the endless search. Let me share with you the universal truth. You are not finding your purpose. Your purpose finds you once you start living in your truth, your integrity, and stop compromising your future. Alignment comes automatically. Your inner craving, the desire to finally name your calling and finally live in it, is not speeding up the process. So the best you can do is to relax. Relax, because that's the highest chance you have to discover your truth. It will come to you when you least expect it. So after you clean up the external noise, it's time to declutter your mind. I will share a practical step right after the fourth one because it makes more sense, but so far just observe what you believe in and start speaking to yourself as to the friend you love the most. If your best friend comes to you and says something like, "I feel so useless, I'm so unworthy," what will you tell them? Well, most likely, "We love you. You're so precious. Don't give up on yourself." Start talking to yourself as if to your best friend. Just stop bullying yourself. And after the first two steps, you will clear the way to hear your inner voice. And you will start listening to your heart. And this is not some spiritual BS. This is scientifically proven that our hearts are having 60 times greater and more powerful electrical field than our brains. Also, you can live without certain part of your brains, but you cannot live without your heart. So it's time to sit with it. And before I share with you the practical step, I also have to tell you that all the reroutes, the setbacks, the misfortunes happening in your life will disappear once you stop controlling it all. But you can start listening to your body and it will help you figure it out. So what you can do is to find yourself some peaceful place. Come to stillness. Place a hand on your heart space and start tuning into it. Focus all your attention there, your awareness resting in your heart area, and better than to ask it questions just like yes or no, right or left, present it with statements. And watch your body's response. Watch how your heart reacts to your statements. So for example, I'm continuing studying at this university. And just watch how this area responds. Does it tighten? Does it close off? Does it feel expanded? Does it skip a beat? Do you feel anxious or a little bit fearful? Give yourself some grace and be patient with yourself. If you don't get your answers the first day, maybe leave it for a few days and have a next round. Just present your heart with statements or even ask it questions. But I think the misconception here, what is usually presented, that your heart will speak to you as if in your language, but it will speak to you in feelings. And you need to learn to understand what do they mean. And trust me, you will get it. You will get it. This will tremendously help you if you need to decide about something major or even about something small. You can test the small things first, those ones that you think you already know, but just to have this final confirmation from your heart, test it out. And as I said, the next point is be patient with yourself, because patience is elegance. Have you ever noticed how gracefully live those who have patience? People with patience don't get stuck in resentment or get upset about the little things. And I need you to be the same. I need you to be patient with yourself, listening to the guidance of your body and of your intuition to be able to recognize your truth. If your intuition is already sharp as a knife and you just know, perfect. If not, take some time. Observe and always act from a place of peace. And before heading on to the last point, I have a tool for you that will help you uncover your truth even if all the previous steps failed. And it is used even within businesses to clarify decisions. It's called the 5 whys. So as I spoke about the mind clutter you have a statement or you have a belief, and you will be asking yourself, why do I believe this? So for example, you believe that you're unworthy and that no one loves you. And then you need to ask yourself not only once, but you need to uncover all the layers to get to the root to your maybe truth, or to see how your brain is actually making excuses and presenting you with another illusion. To uncover those illusions, you need to ask this question yourself 5 times. And with each new answer, you are asking another why. And because this is not a business but an inner work, I would highly recommend you to continue with the question, is it really true? So once you get to the final answer you think you got, ask yourself, is it really true? And this will help you to get rid of the bias you created for yourself. This is really helpful if you, for example, love to journal, if you think that you're disconnected from your body, because this is again what you can do with your own mind. Be honest with yourself, and I bet you will find your truth. And the final and the most important realization that you will discover is that surrender is the easiest way to live. Despite we think we have to be ready for everything, we have to have everything figured out and planned and organized, it's just the mind having its false hope to be the captain. We need to allow more, be present, experience, live freely, and open ourselves to receive the blessings. So when I said it's the easiest way to live, I meant it's the most effortless one, because it doesn't require the extensive amount of energy as your perfectly polished outline life does. So as always, I hope you found some inspiration here, and if yes, don't hesitate to leave a comment. And until next time, stay safe and live in your truth.